Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Farooque Adil. Today we are going to learn the topic of physics, motion, and types of motion. Before that, please subscribe to my channel. Let's learn with Farooque. And before starting the topic, I would like to discuss some basics of physics. What is physics? Physics is a branch of science which deals with the study of matter and energy and its constituents. Okay, what are types of matter here in this universe? Physics deals with the study of matter and energy. It means that study of both artificial matter and natural matter, or you can say that study of nature. What does it mean by natural matters or nature? It means that we can see there are some matters which are created by our creator before we were created. It means that we were not in the shape of human beings. We were not created as human beings before those matters were there. Like you can see a biggest example of that is the sun. Sun is a type of matter which comprised of different gases like helium and hydrogen. It is a matter which is giving us energy throughout the day. Throughout the earth, it is giving the energy in the form of heat. So the study of this matter will be in physics is called natural matter or nature study. Natural matters are those which are not created by human beings, which are created by creator. So natural matters are those which are before us, which were present in this universe before we were created. Earth is itself a matter. Uh, Earth is itself a matter in which we are living. The earth comprises of the earth. We can say that earth is a natural matter. So the study of matter and energy both combinedly make physics, give us the concept of physics. For example, let us coming to the artificial matter like the wooden door. For example, there is a wooden door which is comprised of matter. The wooden door has been made by we human beings. Okay, and we apply force on the door to close it, and that is what it gains energy. The matter gains energy and it closes. It closes by what? We human beings, the force we applied, the energy we give. So it is the combination of matter and energy, and hence it is called the physics. uh, let let us take another example. If it is a Let us take an example of moving fan. Fan is a matter, and we apply energy to it, and it gives us air. We apply what type of energy? We apply electrical energy to the fan, and it gives us energy, and it gives us air. So there are different types of matter, and we apply a force to them. Here, coming to my topic, motion and types of motion. So I gave you an example some minutes before that if we are applying force on a door, on a wooden door to close it, it will be closed after we applied force on it, after we gave energy to it. So what is this? This is it covers some displacement from one position to another. It is called the motion. The door does motion. The door changed its position. The door moved from one place to another place. It is called the motion. The movement of object, the movement of anything from one place to another place with respect to time, with respect to its surrounding, it is called motion. Motion is always observed and measured with a point of reference. The door was at one point and we moved to another point to close it. Hence, it covered a distance, and it covered and it moved from one place to another place with respect to its reference. From the door was at one point and then it was moved to another point. It gains some energy and it covers some displacement. It does motion to do this. So it is the simple definition of motion. All living things, here it is written that all living things show motion, whereas non-living things show motion only when some force is acting on it. That is what I told, that we human beings do not need any type of force to move our bodies, to move ourselves from one place to another place. We can walk by ourselves. We can go from one place to another place without any force required. We give our body, we give force to our body by ourselves. We gain energy, we gain energy from different types of things like solar, food, and etc. But we do not need any force to move our bodies. But non-living things, like I gave you example of door, or I gave you an example of fan moving, giving us air. It requires, these things require force. Like we applied force on door to close it, and experienced, the door experienced the motion with our force, not by itself. The door cannot be closed by itself. It requires simple force. It requires a force. It requires energy to move from one place to another place. Okay, then like fan, we applied force on fan to move it, to make it move, to make it in motion, to produce motion in it, to produce energy in it. So these types of motion are driven by force. Which force? We apply force on these bodies. So basically there are two types of motion. One is translatory motion, another is circulatory motion. Translatory motion, we can say that translatory motion is a linear motion. It is called linear motion. The motion in which all points of a moving body move uniformly along a straight line is called translatory motion. You can see a person is going on a road with in a car. Okay, it is covering some displacement along the x-axis. Okay, it is covering some displacement along x-axis. Like you can say, there is another example. I am telling you that there is another example of translatory motion. That is, you can say that if there is a ant, okay, ant or a small insect, small insect, there is a wall. Okay, there is a wall, and ant is going from one place to another place slowly and reaches here. So it does motion, it experienced motion, it performs some displacement, it covers some displacement in the linear direction, y-axis. Okay, this is y-axis. There are three axes. This is y-axis, this is x-axis, and this is z-axis. Okay, so if a body covers some displacement in one direction, that is called linear motion. Either it is in x direction, either it is in y direction, either it is in z direction. Okay, if a body covers displacement in both direction, we can say that it has done something. It has covered two-dimensional motion. Okay, two-dimensional motion. It means it has covered two displacement. Like here, if ant is going from there like this. If ant is going on a wall like this, so it covered displacement in x-axis as well as in y-axis. It covered displacement in both axes. So it will be a two-dimensional motion. That is not called translatory motion. Translatory motion is one in which a body moves in single direction. Either it is in x direction, either it is in y direction, or is in Z direction. We human beings mostly cover translatory motion because we cannot move upward. We can only walk or travel horizontally. Okay, because of gravity, we cannot move upward. Due to gravity, we cannot travel distance upward. We human beings, but we can only travel horizontally. We can only uh, motion our bodies in a horizontal way. We can only experience motion in one direction, that is x-axis. Okay, that is what the translatory motion tells us. Okay, so coming to my point, what is translatory motion? The motion in which all points of moving body move uniformly along a straight line is called translatory motion. And there are other types of translatory motion, in this picture you can see if a body is moving in a straight line, it is called rectilinear motion. Rectilinear means in one direction, not changing the direction. But if a body is moving along a curved path, it is changing direction but is not changing the way of translatory motion, like it is covering the simple x-axis distance, not the y-axis distance. The other type is circular motion. An object is said to be in circular motion when it moves around a fixed point called axis. Like in this type of examples, you can see that children are moving around. This is the type of this is a simple machine or fun game that is the children are moving around its axis on there are seats hanging on it, and it is rolling. It is a rolling machine, you can say. Okay, it is a roller for children. Here the children will sit on these things and this will move around its own axis. This is its axis. It is this uh, tall iron material which is standing in the center of this umbrella type roller or circular. It is its axis and it is in the center of this whole roller, or you can say what you can say in your language. Okay, so there is a fixed point, it is called axis of this roller. So there are other types of circular motion, it is revolution or rotatory motion. Revolution means when an object is revolving around another object that is in its center. Like the sun is in the center around which the earth is revolving and completing 365 days. Uh, the earth completes its one revolution in 365 days. That is called one revolution of earth. So it is covering around the sun. So the sun is in the center and the earth is revolving around it. So it is called the revolution. It is the right type of motion which uh, earth is covering. The earth is in the circular motion. It is the type of circular motion. The earth covers two types of circular motion. One is revolution and other is rotation. The rotary motion, here you can see the rotary motion is rotating about on its own axis. Okay, the sun is in the center and earth revolves around it like this. I am giving you an example. The earth is like this, is the sun, this is sun. Okay, and there is a path, circular path on around the sun, and sun is in the center. Okay, the earth revolves around it like this. The earth revolves around it in 365 days. In 365 days earth revolves. It is circular motion. Which circular motion? Revolutionary circular motion. Revolution. Okay, revolution. And there is another motion which earth is performing, that is rotary motion. Rotary motion is what? Rotary motion is, there is an axis, like this is earth and there is an axis center on the center of earth on which it spins around its own axis. That is that motion is called rotatory motion. Like if there is a pen, you can stand a pen like this. This is the pen. Okay, this is the center of pen, and you uh, revolve the pen around its own axis like this, like this, like this, like this. This is, motion is called rotatory motion. One thing, every rotary object has its own axis on the center of itself. Okay, if any object is moving in a rotary motion, that is a type of circular motion, it will have its own axis on its center and it will revolve around it. Then it will cover the rotary motion like this. It will revolve around its own axis.